Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Beautybybniecy here. If this is your very first time, welcome to the Niecyfam. I would love to see you every week when I post a video. So please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. And when you subscribe, make sure that you hit the notification bell so anytime that I post a video, you'll be notified. If this is not your very first time, thank you so much always for coming back and supporting. In today's video, I have a few ABH products that I'm gonna test out. I have foundation, I have eyeliner, I have a palette, and I want to test it here all in one video. So if you guys want to see the look that I was able to create and also what I think about these new releases, I need you to stay tuned. So starting off, we have the Anastasia Beverly Hills by Aina palette. I don't know if it's the other way. I don't know if it is Aina by Anastasia Beverly Hills, but it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Aina palette. So you guys have probably seen this everywhere on social media, but for those who have not seen it, this is the palette. This is actually the box. I take that back, not the palette. This is the box that it comes in. If you guys want an in-depth review of this palette, I will create a playlist and then I will add Aina's review on it. Just for those who haven't seen it, I am pretty sure that 80 to 90% of you guys have seen it. But this is the palette itself. It looks just like the box and it retails for $45, regular ABH. Okay, so my brush just dropped, but this, my friends, this is the inside of the palette. Jackie did a good review of it, swatches and everything. I'll leave the swatches up here somewhere or over there somewhere on the screen. And of course it comes with your regular ABH brush, the dual-ended brush. So we're just gonna use this palette real quick and then I'll give you my thoughts about it. So as you guys can tell, the eyebrows are done and eyelids are prepped. I use my Tarte Shape Tape concealer. This is in the shade Deep. I use that to prep my eyes. So we're gonna go into this, and I know a lot of people don't like this, but I actually love these Anastasia brushes. They actually do last longer for me. So starting off, I'm gonna start with Credit. So my first observation, I realized that the shades on camera, actually the lights washes it out a little bit because it looks a little deeper. The shades are more pigmented, let me put it that way, more than you see it on camera. Like in person it's more pigmented. And I also noticed that even beside that, when you apply it, the shades are a lot deeper. With beside the pigment, they're a lot deeper. Like the shade that I used, I wasn't expecting it to be this deep brown, but it is really deep chocolate brown. So one thing to point out, the pigment is there, at least with the first shade that I've used, and then they are actually a little deeper. So I'm going into Pinker, which this one, Pinker. So the next shade is gonna be Zam. As you can tell, I already dug into that and did this eye. So Zam is very soft and you want to be careful because it will go everywhere. Palette. And then we're gonna go into lituation. And then the next shade is so fascinating to me. So this is the shade, and I looked at it. I know I watched Jackie's video. I looked at it, I'm like, this shade isn't gonna work for me. She said it changes, but I could not see it at all. But when you apply it, no wonder it's called trust issues, because when you apply it, it's a beautiful yellow gold. In the pan, it's white, like literally white. But when you apply it, it is yellow. Now you guys are probably not gonna see it even if I swatched it, because my lights are like all over the place, so bright. Yep. So basically this palette, I can use every single shade in this palette, so very functional palette. So next item is the ABH Foundation. This is the Luminous Foundation. Now you've seen this bad boy as well. I am in the shade 510W. Now I just looked online and just picked a shade which has like a neutral undertone. This says W, which is warm, but why did I even pick that? Because I was supposed to pick neutral. Anyway, I don't know, but I picked 510. And I am gonna give you guys just a little bit about what this actually claims. First of all, it's $38. This 50 shades. It says this is luminous and it's water resistant. It has a luminous natural finish. It is long wearing, medium coverage, but it feels weightless, and it looks ultra fresh on the skin. It says that you don't have to set it. You can just wear it and you're good to go, which I would need to do a wear test with that, but not today. It blurs any imperfections, which includes discoloration and unevenness, without caking or masking the skin's natural radiance. And what else does it say? It's easy to blend and it leaves the skin looking perfect, and it does not have any flashback or oxidization. This is not supposed to oxidize. So and I also got this brush. It says on the Anastasia Beverly Hills website, when you buy the foundation, you get this brush for $10. So I got the, so I am starting with 2 pumps. This is a pretty good color. As long as it says it doesn't oxidize, I think I'm gonna be good. So this is half of my face with foundation, and then this half is without. So this is my first observation. Now I just wanted to point out, on camera this looks perfect, like perfect shade. Anytime I apply a foundation and it looks that way, it means that in person it looks too dark. Like, my lighting has a way of making it look perfect on camera because it matches. Just look at that. But honestly, in person it's too deep, and I will have to get a lighter shade. Actually, even if you look on my forehead, you can tell that difference. Like that mark over there, it's a little too dark for me. But beside that, the foundation is luminous. It is a buildable coverage. You can build it up to full coverage. Definitely, it covered all my imperfections. I mean, it's dark, so all I see is the foundation, but the finish is very beautiful. I love the finish. Looks really good. So we're gonna do half of the face and then we'll be back. Alright guys, welcome back. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys loved it. I actually love how this entire look came up. Of course, I had to spice it up with some earrings and a necklace and something fancy, but yeah, that is just it. So really quick, I actually loved everything that I used today. So with the I can't even talk, ABH Jackie Aina palette, obviously packaging is bomb. So when it comes to the shades in here, the shades are actually very pretty. Now a few people compared it to the Riviera, the Norvina, and then there was another palette which they did. Now my Norvina palette, that palette I didn't really like because I feel like the shades were not pigmented enough, and the Riviera I loved it. So I do have the Riviera here. I'm gonna put these side by side for you guys to take a look. Up Riviera at the bottom. Now I can say that the deeper brown shade, I hope I don't drop anything, like seriously, this one, this shade is actually very similar to the shade in Riviera. It's just that the Jackie shade is a lot deeper. That I can give that to the Jackie palette. It's a lot deeper. Now the next shade that is very similar is this purple shade, which is Big Wig. Guys, I can't even point. Okay, Big Wig is very similar to this one called Canes. Is very similar to that. Let me bring it a little closer so you guys can tell. And then which other shades are so ooh, Supreme and Monte Carlo, dead on. Yep. Yeah, I loved Supreme though. So this is Supreme, which is a little washed out, and this is Monte Carlo in the Riviera palette. So similar. So far 3 shades I can say are dead on dupes. Ooh, and then there's this one, Edges. Is close, but it is not the same as the other 3 that I've already mentioned. So Edges and Edges, and where was that shape? Edges and Coastline are very similar. I'll point to Edges in a second. So this is Edges. Ooh, I cannot. Okay, this is Edges, and that is Coastline. So that is the Jackie palette. As I said, I like it, and I like how it blended. It's just that there is just a little bit of fallout with the shimmer. The mattes are fine, everything blended really well. Just a little bit of fallout with the shimmers because they are so fine and so soft, to the point that if you dig your brush into it too much, you're gonna get a lot of flakiness and kickback out of the pan. And foundation, good. I love the finish. Luminous, lightweight, blends easily into the skin, gives you a skin-like feel. I am suspecting that this will settle in my smile lines because I'm already, and you guys can see it's settling over here. And the finish is not matte, it's luminous. Foundation was good, I liked it. Lightweight, I like how the shade looks actually when I highlight. It was actually great because I didn't have to contour because it was too dark. And the liner, loved it so much. It's so matte and it's easy to use. The felt tip, the tip is what I was not too thrilled about because I feel like it's not as thin as my fly liner and my Kat Von D Locket tattoo something liner. But if you're really good, you could just use just the tip to draw your lines, and you can get the thinnest line that you're looking for. So overall, I liked everything that ABH has released that I was able to purchase with my own coins, and I will recommend all these products to you. So guys, that is it. Let me know down below if you guys like this look, like this review, liked all the products. Do you have some of these products? Have you bought any? Honestly, for the foundation, if you've not bought any of the releases that has come out this season, I think you should get the ABH because it's pretty good, and the price is actually quite affordable in comparison to other releases, and you can get it in stores too. So, and the shade range is pretty good, 50 shades. And that is it. Make sure that you follow me on social media. All my information will be in my description box. Everything that I use today on my face will be in the description box. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one.